Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna do something that I've already done on this channel, albeit not very well. Today, I'm gonna try and do a nostalgia tier list. As you can see down here below, I've got some names. These are not all of them, I've got more below. And yeah, I want to try to put them on their own tiers and see whether or not everything comes out well. Now, I put in about 50 names, give or take. Maybe most of you probably know these, some maybe you don't. Some I might have thrown in for personal interest, but all of them are players who at the time were at the top of their game. Now, in my first tier list video, it was kind of a big mess because there were too many names and the video was too long. So here I have half the names, and I'll try to make it quick. Now, as you can see, we have 5 tiers. The first one from the bottom is Never Understood the Hype, which is for the players who were tipped to be some of the greatest in the world, but I never quite understood why. Second from bottom is Kind of Forgotten. People that don't really remember these players specifically because they didn't do that much at their clubs. Third one is Fondly Remembered. These players are still talked about today. People still smile when thinking about them. One for the books are the ones that had a genuine impact on their club and changed on their clubs, honestly. Because we'll be viewing them as almost as a whole career, not just one specific club. So still like one of the greatest to never do it. And finally, the 5th tier, Class of Their Own, which is sort of the ceiling. They should have been the best, but they weren't. Or I thought they were the best, but they weren't. So hopefully we'll have some fun doing this. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you enjoy these types of videos, because I never know. I don't have a community tab. I can't receive intel. Also, this is unscripted. I didn't do any research before. It's just everything is off the top of my head. The final thing, and then I'll get moving on. The criteria I use to choose some of these players, which is why you'll see some, like most of the players are missing. Like a lot of them are not here. But I used to do card collecting, and I basically went through the box of my cards and picked out a few ones, and these are the names that came out. So let's start off. Philippe Coutinho is our first one. Now with Philippe Coutinho, this is an interesting one. He had a good career at Liverpool, good stretch, but then he fell off when he went to Barcelona, and then Bayern Munich didn't really do anything for him. I'll put him in Fondly Remembered. I think that's fair because people still remember him as this great Brazilian maestro, but just he didn't do enough for me to put him in one for the books. Different thing can be said for Claudio Marchisio. Now, Claudio Marchisio, that's a name. I feel like people don't talk about DMs as much as they should. And Claudio Marchisio is one of them. Like, Marchisio was that good. Like, if it wasn't for him, I don't think Juve would have won all those Scudettos. Class of Their Own, maybe not. But one for the books, definitely. Just for the reason, like, DMs are so underrated in the sport. Like, people were slacking on Rodri for winning the Ballon d'Or. A defensive midfielder won the Ballon d'Or. Such an offensive-based award. Anyways. John Terry. Like, Terry was exceptional in his year at Chelsea. I thought he would have retired at Chelsea because that's the idea behind it. But no, he went on for another 2-3 years, I think. I think he went to Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken. Again, this is all off the top of my head. I might be incredibly wrong. But John Terry, class of their own, come on. I mean, he was one of the defenders under Mourinho. And he kept his place for so many years at the club. Adnan Januzaj, if that's how you say his name, I'm not sure. Yeah, he came on at Manchester United, made a big deal, got called up for Belgium, Then I think now he's at Sociedad. I think Adán Januzaj is kind of forgotten. He's one of those nostalgia players that you just like never kind of talk about. But I remember his start was like incredible. Yeah, like a great start. Sort of like Rashford had. But then Rashford managed to keep it while he stagnated. So kind of forgotten is fair enough, right? Bastian Schweinsteiger. Again, this he was the guy at the 2014 World Cup. Like his defensive ethic, he shouldn't have gone to United, man. At Bayern Munich was such a good DM. And it's strange because I think he went to United when Mourinho was there, like, and that's sort of like a good match. But some things are just not meant to be. Now he's in the US. Kind of forgotten. People don't really remember him that well for his spell at United. Even though before that he was like incredible. Maroon Fellaini, this one's easy. Never understood the hype, honestly. I think maybe it's just me. Maybe I haven't done that much looking into him as much as I've done for maybe other players. But really, Fellaini, we're going to put him in class of their own. I never really understood the hype behind him. Wow, for now we're evenly stacked. One for each, apart from kind of forgotten. And 3 United players at the bottom. This is not biased. I just don't... I think maybe I picked the wrong United players more so. Again, let me know in the comments. I might be hilariously wrong, and these might be, like, Schweinsteiger might be one for the books for the United fans, but I just don't know. Laurent Koscielny at Arsenal. Kind of forgotten. I don't think he's really that fondly remembered. I put him between fondly remembered and kind of forgotten, but I think he's top of kind of forgotten just because I don't think Arsenal fans really dwell on him that much. I mean, he was capped for France and he's had a good spell at Arsenal, but the problem was in the spell that he was at Arsenal didn't do anything. Like now, in the future, now you'd remember, oh, Saka, he was at Arsenal when Arsenal were challenging for the league. Or Henry was at Arsenal when Arsenal won the title. He was just there when they were kind of there. So that's why he's kind of forgotten. Isco. I won't put Isco in one for the books, even though I really want to. I put him in fondly remembered because people still talk about Isco like he's that good. Like to be fair, Isco was that good, but he had too many injuries and he was in a very stacked Real Madrid squad. And the fact that he managed to be one of the starting attacking midfielders is impressive. So fondly remembered, I think it's fair enough. Alejandro Gomez, fondly remembered. He's the bottom of fondly remembered though. People, yes, they still talk about him, but not that much. Like he was good. Don't get me wrong. Like, El Papu Gomez was fantastic. He was incredibly talented, and his longevity is insane. Like as an attacking midfielder, you play until what? I think it was 36. That's just mad. Luke Shaw. Now, even though Luke Shaw still is at United, I think he merits a fondly remembered. Maybe in front of Papu. Because his injuries really finished him, basically. Otherwise, he could have been legit one of the best left backs in the world. But no. I think he's one of the club captains as well now, right? Yeah, probably is. Jerome Boateng. Messi made that move on Boateng and everyone forgot about him. Yeah, but he's top of kind of forgotten because he was a good defender. He was a fantastic defender. The Messi move kind of finished his career in a certain way. I'm not sure if he's retired or not. I think he's still playing somewhere, but I can't remember. Podolski is, again, kind of forgotten. Kind of forgotten behind Koscielny, because I think Koscielny is better remembered at Arsenal than Podolski was. Because Podolski had a few on and off years, but Koscielny was more consistent, I feel like. I don't know, I think Podolski's probably retired. I know he's retired from Germany, but I'm not sure if he's retired at club level. Or he's maybe playing at like Wolfsburg or something. Bas Dost. This might be one some of you don't know, because this is a more niche one. Because I think he had 1 year where he scored like an insane amount of goals and everyone wanted him. Yeah, I think it was the year he was at Sporting and he scored like 35 goals in a season and everyone wanted him. But kind of forgotten because nobody really talks about him. Andres Townsend. Andres Townsend should be class of their own, to be fair, because he was good. But just too many career moves, too inconsistent. Again, another kind. Wow, this kind of forgotten list is like insane. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Fondly remember. I'd put the Oxen. No, not one for the books, unfortunately. I would put Oxen fondly remembered, to be fair, because I still remember him as this great player, and I think he hasn't retired yet. I think he's still playing at like Besiktas, but like, he was a good sub, sort of like an impact. Like it's like in basketball, you have the sixth man. He was that kind of guy. He was a good sub, a good impact sub. Oh, Diego Costa. Diego Costa's one for the books. Come on, like my prototype of striker. Aggressive, only sees the goal. That's what I like. Diego Costa has to be one for the books. He scored like a lot of goals. Of course, he made some career moves that I don't understand. Like when he went to Wolves. Or he made another strange one, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, his years at Chelsea. His years at Atletico Madrid. Like he was a machine. One for the books is good enough. Fabio Borini, never understood the hype. He had he had 2 good games at Liverpool and everyone talked about him. Now I don't even know if he's still playing. Like I don't know if this is an updated picture. I think he's at Hellas if this is. But that looks like the old badge, so it should be from a few years ago. Frank Ribéry, class of their own. Easy. A class of their own in front of John Terry. Like Ribéry was insane. He was a fantastic player, like his vision of the game was incredible. Again, he made a career move that I can't quite pinpoint, like Salernitana, bottom tier of Italian football. So, but Ribéry on his day, I saw some stuff from him when he was at Salernitana as well. Like he made some passes that were just like insane. Like how did he see that? David Silva, one for the books. I mean, I love David Silva. I love attacking midfielders. Like I think you guys probably grasp that. Like I love attacking midfielders. Like they're like my favorite type of player. Players like Silva, like these maestros, fantasistas. I love them. His years at Manchester City were great. I think he had like one major injury that basically kicked him out of the squad. But that happens. Jonjo Shelvey. Where is Shelvey? I think I saw like a year ago I saw where he was at. Because I saw him during a game. Isn't he like Nottingham Forest or something? But yeah, Jonjo Shelvey. Oh, Newcastle. Yeah, but of course that's bad from Newcastle. Because I remember him when he was at Swansea, not at Newcastle. But yeah, Shelvey kind of forgotten. Still playing, I think. Yeah, last year he was playing. I remember seeing his name. But yeah, it's kind of forgotten. Just people don't really... Fair enough, to be fair. He wasn't that fantastic type, like that insane player. Keisuke Honda. I never understood the hype. Although, to be fair, in my Kagawa video, I did hype him up, technically. But he wasn't that, like, there were better Japanese players at the time, like Kagawa. And there was another one, a defender, I can't remember his name right now. He played for Schalke like a few years ago, I can't remember his name. But yeah, there were better players than Honda, and Honda was like, people thought Honda was the greatest Japanese player ever, which I kind of a stretch. Luis Muriel, one for the books. Luis Muriel, for people that don't follow Italian football that closely, Luis Muriel is insane. He still plays for Atalanta. His time at, like, the goals he scored, I think, like, part of the reason Atalanta has become the club it has become is partially thanks to him. Like, he just carried them year in, year out, like, scoring 20 plus goals, I think. 15 at least. And he sacrifices a bit of offensive play to play a bit more defensive as well sometimes. So, one for the books, I think it's deserved. Mario Götze, one for the books. One for the books, I'll put him like that. I think Muriel is better than Götze, to be fair. Like, Mario Götze, like, that World Cup winning goal. And he took a picture with Messi afterwards, which is like icon. Moussa Dembele. Moussa Dembele is one I don't really understand. So, personally, I'll put him in never understood the hype. People tell me he's this insane player. But I never really saw that. So this is a personal thing. Don't like probably maybe he's the best midfielder to ever play football, and I'm just stupid, but I don't know. Hector Bellerin, kind of forgotten. People don't. I don't think people even know that he's still playing football at this point. Like that's like he's playing. I don't even know if he's still playing football. Like that's like all the players you see and kind of forgotten, apart from Schweinsteiger and Jonjo Shelvey, are players that I legit have no idea if they're still playing or not. That's why I put them in kind of forgotten. I just don't know if they don't leave me with the impression that I should know them. I should remember them. Well, on top, most of them I know that they're still active or not active in some cases, like John Terry, Marquisio. I think Papu Gomez is tired as well. Arturo Vidal, one for the books. He was good. Arturo Vidal at Juventus and Bayern Munich, he was very good. He led Chile to one of their first Copa America finals, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Not sure if he was playing. So, one for the books. Class of their own. Radamel Falcao. If someone comes and tell me that Radamel Falcao was not in a class of his own, the thing that knocked him off was the amount of clubs he changed, but class of their own. Nemanja Matic, fondly remembered. He cooked my club as well, because he left Roma when we needed a defensive midfielder, and he left us for I don't know what reason. Still, I think he had a falling out with the club or something. I'm not sure. Frank Lampard, come on, class of their own. Top of class of their own. He's one of the highest scoring midfielders ever. So I think that deserves it. I think that just about says it all. Mkhitaryan, one for the books. Wait, this is going to be bad. Because now it's all... Just give me 1 second. Okay, that's better. That should do. Sorry, where was I? Mkhitaryan. He had one great season while he was at Rome as well. At Arsenal, he had some fantastic seasons. At United, he always played well. At Inter, he's having a great season. One for the books. I think it deserves that. Kagawa, though it pains me to say this, but he's kind of forgotten. People don't really remember him no more. Which I don't really like that. I love Kagawa as a player. So. Begovic, class of their own. Record breaker, fantastic goal. He was a striker that was playing in goal, basically. Record for the longest goal kick. I remember seeing that. That insane keeper. Joe Hart, one for the books. Yep, he was good. He was a good goalkeeper. He was at England. He was England's starting goalkeeper for so many years at the 2014 World Cup. Unfortunately, I know he has retired now because he was Celtic. Ian Robin, class of their own. Do I really have to explain this one? Come on. Mesut Ozil, again, class of their own. These are easy ones, to be fair. Both of them. James Rodriguez. One for the books, I put him in. I thought he was I think maybe he just got sidetracked when he needed to be focused. So that's why. Otherwise, he would be in class of their own, but he just got sidetracked a bit too much. Jagielka, fondly remembered at Everton, club legend basically. Suso, kind of forgotten. Nobody really remembers Suso anymore, unfortunately. I don't even know where he plays now. I think he plays in Spain, but I don't know where. Oscar's fondly remembered. Give me fondly remembered for Oscar, please. I'd have to do this again. Please, fondly remembered for Oscar, at least. Because people still know he plays in China, come on. He was the most paid player ever at the time. He had some fantastic years. Give me, please, Oscar. He's my favorite player. He's one of my favorite players all time. Ross Barkley. Probably kind of forgot. I would put him in never. No, I understood the hype. He was good. Ross Barkley, yeah, that should do. Ross Barkley, yeah, fell off. I think he had some pretty good years at Aston Villa. Now that I think about, or it was another club maybe. No, I think it was at Villa where he had some good years. And he's slowly getting back up. Coentrao, never understood the hype. Defender, played for Real Madrid, but never really got to that. He was a Portuguese international. Mandzukic, class of their own. Easy. Personally, one of the greatest strikers in this of the past generation, because he's retired again. Tim Howard, kind of forgotten. Still, I know he still plays in the US, as this shirt tells me, the Colorado Rapids, I think. But he had so many good years at Everton. which is so unfortunate because of a great, no, not unfortunate, because he was a great goalkeeper playing for a mediocre club. Not mediocre, because then the Toffees will hate me. He should have been at a better club. He would have won something at a better club. Like that's how I'll put it. You choose what to hear. Raja Nainggolan, one for the books. Come on, if you like Nainggolan, he amazing CDM when he was at Roma and at Inter. He played well at Inter as well. He played the two good clubs he was at were Roma and Inter, and he played well at both. His problem: too much partying. That's what ruined him. Tadic, one for the books. Top of one. Like he's one of my favorite players with Oscar. Like these two are two of my favorite players. So I'm kind of biased here. But if you look at his stats from the past years, now he's at Fenerbahce, but when he was at in Eredivisie, if you look at his stats, like they're just insane. I think he like 20 plus assists a season or something along those lines. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love Tadic. I love Oscar. Khedira, kind of forgotten. Never did anything really meaningful with his career. Won the titles at Juventus, but in those years, like even I could have won the titles at Juventus if I was in the team. But although I think he was the starting CM, so this might be like L opinions from me, but oh well. Rosicky, I'm sorry, never understood the hype. I think it's just maybe because I wasn't that much into following English football when Rosicky was playing for Arsenal. I heard people say that he's very, very good, but I personally never understood the hype. Like, the never understood the hype is the only tier that's subjective. Well, all of them are subjective, but like, I never understood the hype. Not everybody never understood it. Jack Wilshere, fondly remembered. There's people still, like, he was one of the best under 21s to play in those years. But his career just, his injuries ruined so many careers, man. It's insane. El Niño Maravilla. El Niño Maravilla is fondly remembered. Come on. He has so many good years at the top, and he's still playing nowadays, like 36. So I think El Niño Maravilla deserves this fondly remembered. And Stefan El Shaarawy, class of their own. No, El Shaarawy is, I know I've said this like twice already, but El Shaarawy, Tadic, and Oscar, where is he? Here he is, are three of my favorite players. That's why I said I was a bit biased. But no, El Shaarawy, I'll put him in fondly remembered. He's still playing. He's still insane at, like, now that he's like almost 30. I don't know how old he is, honestly. I think he's like 33, 32 or something. But he's still playing for Roma. Still such a good impact sub. Still scoring. Like a club legend. I love you, El Shaarawy. But anyway, this is my opinions. Let me know what you think down below. I said I wasn't going to make a long video, but this video ended up being long anyway. Let me know if you want to see anything else, any other ideas, something. I look at everything, and I'd love to like your opinions and hear your video ideas. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate the recent support on the videos, and I'll see you next one. Bye, everyone.